welcome to the new lecture of lecture series on network analysis and synthesis. So, today we are going to our next network theorem, that is maximum power transfer theorem. So, these are the contents that we are going to cover today. First of all, the definition, what is maximum power transfer theorem, then we will do some example for DC network, how it will be applied in case of DC network. Then we will study how the maximum power transfer theorem will be applicable for AC network, what are the changes we will have in comparison to DC networks. So, maximum power transfer theorem is mostly used in communication circuits. We have some of the circuits in which we need voltage to be transferred like amplifier, some of the circuits we need currents to be transferred, maximum current that has to be transferred. Then there are some circuits in which we need that maximum power gets transferred to load. So, in these such circuits we use maximum power transfer theorem. So, what is maximum power transfer theorem? For example, if we have any circuit like this one and it has number of resistance and number of voltage sources and current sources, it can be represented with the help of Thevenin's theorem in this network. So, if I am connecting a load RL, so to get the maximum power to be transferred to RL, to get here maximum power, we have to apply maximum power transfer theorem. So, this is about the maximum power transfer theorem. So, to find out the maximum power, for maximum power condition, suppose this is the circuit that we have converted into our Thevenin equivalent, VTH and RTH we have converted. From any circuit we can convert it into Thevenin and Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance, and we have a load resistance in which we need to find out the maximum power, in which we need to transfer the maximum power. Then the total current, if I will say that current I is flowing, then I will be equal to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. This will be the overall current. Now, the power at the load will be equal to I square RL, because the same current I is flowing in RL. So, it will be I square into RL, and I we have found out as VTH upon RTH plus RL ka whole square into RL. So, this is power at the load end. Now, to calculate the maximum power, the condition for maximum power must be differentiation of power with respect to load must be equal to 0 for maximum power transfer. Now, when we will differentiate this expression of power, when we will differentiate this with respect to RL, we will get the condition that RL must be equal to RTH. So, this is the condition for load to draw maximum power. अगर मेरे लोड को maximum power draw करनी है, then RL must be equal to RTH, only then maximum power can be transferred. So, now current flowing in the circuit for maximum power is RTH plus RL. For maximum power, RL has been now RTH, and IL will be equal to VTH divided by 2 RTH, or you can say VTH divided by 2 RL, because RTH will be equal to RL for maximum power transfer, and power at load will be equal to VTH square upon 4 RTH, or we can write it as VTH square divided by 4 RL. So, this is the maximum power that will be transferred. This is the maximum power which will be transferred to the load, and it will be transferred only when RL will be equal to RTH. This is our maximum power transfer theorem. So, now we have found out that what is maximum power transfer theorem, what should be the value of RL to get the maximum power, and what will be the maximum power in the circuit in the load. We have found out that it must be equal to VTH square upon 4 RTH or VTH square upon 4 RL, and RL must be equal to RTH for maximum power transfer. Now, we will see one question and how it will be applied in case we have a DC network. We do not have any AC source include and we do not have any inductor or capacitor include in this question. Now, in this question we need to find out the RL for maximum power transfer. So, first of all, to find out the RL we have seen that RL must be equal to RTH for maximum power transfer. So, we have to convert this circuit into a equivalent. Equivalent will be, we have VTH, then we will have RTH across AB, at which we have RL connected. So, first we have to convert this circuit into Thevenin's equivalent VTH and RTH. Now, to calculate the value of VTH, we have open circuited AB terminal. AB terminal is open circuited now. Now, if it is open circuited, to find out the voltage at AB, that will be the value of VTH. Now, to calculate VTH, first of all we will apply KCL at this point at V1. So, it will be V1 minus 20, it will be V1 minus 20 divided by 2. I am applying KCL at this point. Then we will have V1 minus V2 divided by 4 plus 4 ampere, which is flowing also outside direction, and it will be equal to 0. So, after applying KCL at V1, we will get the equation as 3 V1 minus V2 will be equal to 24. Now, I will apply KCL at this node at V2. So, it will be equal to V2 minus V1 divided by 4 plus V2 divided by 4 plus V2 minus 20 divided by 2 equals to 0. Now, after solving this equation, we will get the equation as in terms of V1 V2 minus V1 plus 4 V2 equals to 40. Now, solving equation 1 and 2, we will get the value of V1 and V2 as V2 we will get 13.09 volt and V1 as 12.36 volt. So, these are the value of V1 and V2. So, the value of VTH will be equal to V2, or value of VTH will be equal to V2. So, VTH will be equal to 13.09 volt. So, this will be the value of VTH. Now, we have calculated the value of VTH. Now, we need to find out the value of RTH. The procedure is to calculate the value of RTH, we will open circuit all the current sources and we will short circuit all the voltage sources. So, after open circuiting the current sources, this one will be open circuited, which was here, and this one is short circuited. So, RTH will be equal to 2 plus 4 like this, 2 plus 4 in parallel with 2, in parallel with this 2, 2 plus 4 in parallel with this 2 ohm, and the whole will be in parallel with 4, this 4 ohm. So, we will get the value of RTH after solving this 1.09 ohm. Now, we have got the value of RTH. So, for maximum power transfer theorem, RL must be equal to RTH. For maximum power transfer theorem, RL must be equal to 1.09 ohm. So, this must be the value of RL, so that we can get maximum power at 4 ohm. Now, what will be the maximum power? We have derived that maximum power that will be transferred will be equal to VTH square divided by 4 RL. So, VTH we have calculated as 13.09 which will be square divided by 4 into RL, we have just calculated 1.09 ohm. So, the maximum power that will be transferred in 4 ohm resistor will be equal to 39.3 watt. So, this will be the maximum power. Now, we will see how the maximum power transfer theorem will be applied in case of AC network. So, in case of AC network, suppose we have a circuit, we have instead of Thevenin resistance we have impedance. So, ZTH can be written as RTH Thevenin resistance plus JXTH, and load resistance will be RL plus JXL, and here we have Thevenin voltage VTH. So, the current that will flow in the circuit will be I will be equal to VTH upon ZTH plus ZL, and it will be equal to VTH, ZTH is RTH plus JXTH plus ZL is RL plus JXL. So, this will be the value of current that is flowing in the circuit. Now, we are always interested in calculating true power of the circuit. So, true power of the circuit is written as magnitude of I square into RL. So, this is true power, or it is also known as average power or active power in the circuit. So, the total power that will be dissipated in load resistance will be equal to magnitude of I square into RL. So, magnitude of I will be equal to VTH divided by RTH square plus RL square, sorry, it will be RTH plus RL का whole square plus imaginary part XTH plus XL का whole square, and it will be under root, the whole will be in under root. So, this will be the value of magnitude of I. Now, power will be equal to VTH square divided by RTH plus RL का whole square plus XTH plus XL का whole square multiplied by RL. So, this will be the power. Now, when we will differentiate this power with respect to RL to find out the condition for maximum power, we will get the value, we will find out the value for maximum power. Now, in this, if it is the total power, VTH square into RL upon RTH plus RL का whole square plus XTH plus XL का whole square. Now, we have 3 different cases in case of AC network. First one is load impedance is purely resistive. Now, in this case we have only RL at the load, we do not have any imaginary term or we do not have any reactance at the load. So, in this case ZL will be equal to RL only and XL will be equal to 0. So, load reactance will be 0 and load impedance will be equal to RL. So, power that we have calculated is magnitude of VTH square divided by RTH plus RL का whole square plus, now we do not have any RL XL. So, that XL term will be 0. So, we will have only XTH square. So, it will be VTH square into RL, RTH plus RL का whole square plus XTH square. Now, we will differentiate this with respect to RL. 0 to get the condition for maximum power, and we will find out that R L square after differentiating power with respect to R L, we will get R L square must be equal to R T H square plus X T H square, or we can say that R L must be equal to under root of R T H square plus X T H square, or we can say that R L must be equal to magnitude of Z T H. So, this must be the condition in case we have only load resistance and do not have any reactance. So, X L equals to 0, load reactance is 0 and Z L equals to R L. For that condition is R L must be equal to magnitude of Z T H, or R L must be equal to square root of R T H square plus X T H square. Now, we have another case in we have both R L and X L are variable. R L and X L are variable. We have both R L and X L are variable. In that case, power will be equal to again V T H square divided by R T H plus R L का whole square plus X T H plus X L का whole square into R L. So, this will be the power in case both are variable. If both are variable, this will be the power. So, when we will differentiate this with respect to R L, we will find out after differentiating power with respect to R L, we will find out that R L will come out to be equal to R T H and X L will be equal to negative of X T H. So, this will be the condition that we will obtain after differentiating power with respect to R L. Now, Z L we have Z L equals to R L plus J X L. So, it will be equal to R L equals to R T H plus J into X L equals to minus X T H. So, we will get it as R T H minus J X T H, or Z L will be equal to Z T H conjugate. So, for maximum power transfer, in case we have both load and reactance are variable, Z L must be equal to Z T H conjugate. So, this will be the value of Z L must be equal to Z T H conjugate. Now, we have third case in which we have R L is variable, but X L is fixed. So, we have the value of X L, but X L is constant. We have only R L variable in load impedance. In that case, power which is equals to V T H square R T H plus R L का whole square plus X T H plus X L का whole square multiplied by R L. So, when we will differentiate this with respect to R L, assuming that X L is constant, because X L is fixed, we will get the value of R L as R L square must be equal to R T H square sorry, it will be yes RTH square plus XTH plus XL का whole square. So, we will get the value of RL as RTH square plus XTH plus XL का whole square, और RL will be equal to under root of RTH square plus XTH plus XL का whole square, or we can also say that RL must be equal to magnitude of ZTH plus JXL. So, RL will be equal to magnitude of ZTH plus JXL, where ZTH is RTH plus J into XTH. So, RTH plus J into XTH, when we will find out its magnitude, it will be equal to RL must be equal to under root of RTH square plus XTH plus XL का whole square. So, this is we have in case of RL is variable, but XL is constant. Now, we have studied all the three cases. First one is load is purely resistive. So, this one load is purely resistive, in that case RL must be equal to magnitude of ZTH, or RL must be equal to RTH square plus XTH square का under root. Second case in which both RL and XL are variable, ZL must be equal to ZTH conjugate, that we have seen in case we have both variable. Third case is RL is variable, but XL is fixed, in that case RL must be equal to RTH square plus XTH plus XL का whole square under root, and RL must be equal to magnitude of ZTH plus JXL. Now, we will see questions on these cases. So, suppose this is a question, we have to find out the value of ZL for maximum power transfer in case ZL is an impedance. If ZL is an impedance, if we will see its solution, if ZL is an impedance, in that case this will be the third case, sorry, it will be the second case in which ZL must be equal to ZTH conjugate. ZTH we have, you can see from the circuit that ZTH is 12 plus J 16 ohm. Now, for maximum power ZL must be equal to ZTH conjugate, or ZL must be equal to 12 minus J 16 ohm. So, this must be the value of ZL in case we have ZL is an impedance. Now, second case, question B, we are given with ZL is a pure resistance. So, this will be the first case. If ZL is pure resistance, then RL must be equal to magnitude of ZTH, or you can say it must be equal to square root of RTH square plus XTH square. So, it will come out 12 square plus 16 square, we will get the value of RL as 20 ohm. This is how the value of RL or value of load impedance changes depending upon whether ZL is variable, whole ZL is variable, or we have pure resistance in our circuit. So, this is another question in which we need to find out the value of ZL, and also we will find out what will be the maximum power. Now, to find out the maximum value of ZL, in case we have dependent sources also, Vx is a dependent source. So, if we have dependent source, then in that case ZTH is given as open circuit voltage, which is Thevenin voltage divided by short circuit current. So, this is the value of impedance we have in case the circuit involved dependent sources. So, to find out the value of VTH, सबसे पहले इसको ओपन सर्किट कर दिया ए बी को. नाउ इफ यू विल ओपन सर्किट इट and a current I is flowing in the circuit, so I will be equal to 150 150 minus 6 V x dash divided by 5 minus J 8, that will be the value of total impedance. So, we will get it 50 divided by 5 minus J 8 minus V x dash will be equal to 5 I, because current I is flowing and the resistance is 5. So, V x dash will be equal to 5 I. So, it will be equal to, we will get the value of I as, after putting the value of V x dash equals to 5 I, the equation will be this one, and when we will solve it for the value of I, we will get the value of I as 4.2 at an angle of 12.87 degree ampere. Now, this is the current that is flowing in the circuit. Now, VTH, the value of VTH will be equal to minus J 8 into I, the voltage drop at this voltage across J 8, which will be minus J 8 into I, then plus 6 V x dash plus 6 V x dash. So, when we will find out, we have the value of I, we have the value of V x dash, which is equals to 5 I, we will get the value of VTH as 129.66 at an angle of minus 2.07 degree volts. This will be the value of VTH. Now, to find out the short circuit current, we will short circuit this and we will get the value of short circuit current as the current which is flowing there. So, the total current, suppose it is I 2, if it is I 1, then ISC will be equal to I 1 plus I 2. ISC will be equal to I 1 plus I 2. So, ISC will be equal to, I 1 will be equal to 150 divided by 5 ohm plus 6 V x dash divided by minus J 8 ohm. So, V x dash we will find out as I into R, I is 150 divided by 5 multiplied by 5, it will be equal to 150 at an angle of 0, and we will find out short circuit current as 116.43 at an angle of 75 degree, because we have 30 at an angle of 0 plus 6 into 50 divided by minus 8. So, we will get the value of ISC as this much. Now, ZTH we have said that it will be equal to VOC divided by IC. So, VOC is 129.66 at an angle of minus 2.07 degree divided by ISC, we have 116.43 at an angle of 75 degree. So, we will get it as 0.249 minus J into 1.085 ohm. Now, for maximum power transfer, because ZL is an impedance, because it is an impedance, so we will, it will come with case 2 in which ZL must be equal to ZTH conjugate. Since ZTH was 0.249 minus J into 1.085, we will have ZL 0.249 plus J into 1.085 ohm. So, current will be equal to VTH divided by ZTH plus ZL. Since ZL is ZTH conjugate, ZL is ZTH conjugate. So, we will come out with 2 into, it will be equal to 2 into RL, because ZL equals to ZTH conjugate, imaginary term we will cancel out, and we will have current as 261.85 at an angle of minus 2.06 degree, and power will be equal to I square RL. So, I we have calculated as this much, and we will get the power as 17.07 kilowatt for maximum power. So, we have, this is the referred book, and we have done our maximum power transfer theorem. Thank you so much.